hang out with me while I put my house to bed, cozy fall edition. So today I'll be sharing my evening reset cleaning routine. I like to wake up to a clean home, or at least the main spaces anyway. So we're gonna have some cleaning motivation in today's video and be putting the house to bed. We're gonna rewind to a little earlier in the afternoon. I wanted to get some chili in my crock pot. It was about 3 or 4 in the afternoon. So I'm gonna get that on and let it go on high in the crock pot for a couple of hours. So with my ground beef, I've added in some bell pepper and onion. I've been getting our meat from a local meat shop, and y'all, the quality is so much better than the grocery store. I don't think I can ever go back to grocery store meat, and the prices are honestly no different than grocery store. Some are actually cheaper. So to my crock pot, I'm adding 1 can of diced tomatoes, rinsed and drained black beans. I don't know why, but I've always put black beans in my chili. A can of kidney beans, 1 can of Rotel, and then I'm gonna season with the Blend by Kinder's. It's a mix of salt, pepper, and garlic powder, all things I would put in my chili anyway, just all mixed into one. And of course my chili seasoning and ground beef. Set that on high for 2 hours, and while that's going, I'm gonna go get caught up on laundry. I'm about 3 loads behind right now with folding, so if you got some laundry to fold as well, go grab it and let's fold it together. While I get laundry folded, I'm gonna pop in my earbuds and listen to an audiobook. Right now I'm listening to Haunting Adeline. Everyone on TikTok has been talking about it, so of course I'm curious. It is a dark romance. You don't want to listen to this out loud with children around, but so far I'm really enjoying the book. It's got a really good story to it, lots of suspense. I'm not really a reader too much, like with physical books, mainly because I don't have the time to sit down and read unless I'm reading to my children, but I normally don't just sit down and read for myself. It's something I would like to do. I just don't have as much time as I wish I had. The only series that I have like physically read, I read the Twilight series and Divergent. Those two I really enjoyed, but for me, audiobooks just work better. That way I can listen while I get things done. And I think when I finish this one, I'm gonna get into the Ravenhood series. Everyone's making a big deal about that one too. I am a little nervous about that one because of the reactions that I've seen on TikTok, but I think I'm gonna give it a listen. I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but when I'm scrolling on TikTok, sometimes I end up in places on TikTok that I don't really intend to end up on, and somehow I got on the side of book talk. So that is how I got into listening to these stories. The amount of flies this Zevo trap catches is insane. I cannot recommend these enough. We have so many flies in our house, as you can see. But that's just the result of living near a chicken house. The flies are really bad, so I cannot imagine my life anymore without a Zevo trap. Loving this rainy weather that we've been having this week. It's not been anything heavy. It's just a light, misty rain. It's giving me all the cozy fall vibes, and that's actually why I decided to make chili tonight. I felt like we needed a warm, cozy comfort meal. So I like to get my closing routine started about 6-ish, or just as soon as we finish up with dinner. That's usually about the time we're finishing up, 6:30, maybe even 7. My kitchen is usually the main focus, just because when I get up in the morning and I come in here to make my coffee, I don't want to walk into a mess. I've talked about this many times before. I don't like to leave food or dirty dishes in the sink. And I'm also more likely to make breakfast. If I walk into a dirty kitchen, I don't want to cook in it. So I'm more likely to make a hot breakfast. I do try to clean my kitchen throughout the day, but the nighttime clean is usually when I go the hardest. Just making sure that, everything's wiped down, counters are decluttered, all the dirty dishes from the day are in the dishwasher to be ran overnight. So the next morning we are off to a fresh start.
You always searching for a better thing, wanna replace me. I'm in a place that I've never been. It's worse than lonely. Cause someone tell me they see good in me. There's good in me. Cause I got doubts, yeah. Sometimes I wanna risk it all. Since you left me, struggle, baby.
My nighttime cleaning routine usually involves the kids as well. So me and my oldest will tackle the kitchen together. He will work on the dishwasher while I'm cleaning the counters, and we usually have it knocked out pretty quick. And my younger two, I'll usually get them on the living room picking up toys and shoes, pillows, blankets. So this closing routine usually goes pretty quickly. I would say maybe 30 minutes or less, and we have the house kind of reset for the night. Of course, tonight it took me a little longer because I'm solo for filming purposes. I try to keep my kids off the internet. That's why you never see them. I'm okay with occasional appearances, but I don't like them to be shown for any extended amount of time. But also tonight I wanted to mop my kitchen and my dining room, so that did take a few extra minutes. I don't typically mop at night with my O-Cedar. That's something that I like to do weekly, but my kitchen and my dining room was seriously overdue for a good Pine Sol mopping. If you missed my fall clean and decorate, I uploaded that this past Wednesday, and I love how everything came out for the most part. I'm still tweaking my entryway table in the living room, but I love everything else. Let me know if you've decorated yet. I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna decorate for Halloween. If I do, it's gonna be minimal, but I kind of want to because my kids love Halloween. All 3 of them, they get so excited over Halloween. They think sometimes they love it just as much as Christmas. So I kind of want to decorate for them. I don't want to go crazy with the Halloween decor, but I do think it'll be fun to add little pops around the house. I did order some fun Halloween bedding for their beds, so that'll be exciting. So we are still getting a good bit of bell pepper from the garden. These are some that I had picked earlier, and they're really small, but this is as big as they've been getting. They taste great though, so what I've been doing is picking them, and then I'll go ahead and wash and cut them up, throw them in the freezer for later, and that way they're already cut and ready to go for any recipe that I need them for.
Cause I got
this multiple times a day as well. Pretty much anytime I empty out the sink, I will either scrub it out with just some dish soap or some Dawn spray. Right now, Walmart has this fall scented Dawn spray, and I think it smells really good. So that's what I've been using. My dining room is my favorite space now. This went from a very cold, stark room to now warm and ambient space. I love the evenings when it's time to start turning down the lights. I love to come in here and turn the lamp on. Some of you have mentioned getting matching lamps for the buffet, but I found the one that's on there now at Goodwill, and I was trying to thrift as much as possible. And when you're thrifting, it's really hard to find two of the same. So right now I'm happy with just the one, but I do think two lamps would look nice. I love with these new chairs, I can stack them up on the table. I couldn't really do that with my old chairs, the way the backs of them were. I wasn't able to put them on the table like that. So I love being able to stack the chairs, and I have decided not to paint these. I'm really liking the natural wood in here with everything. I don't know if y'all can tell where my floor is kind of bowed up right there between the island and the stove, but there's always been a pretty significant bow in the floor right there, and I'm not sure why. It bows upward, so the flooring planks don't lay even. I normally just keep a rug over it and you can't tell, but you can definitely feel it when you walk over it. go ahead and prep our snackle box and set that in the fridge. We've been taking this on the go a lot, but I've got to where too I will prep it even if we're just going to be home, because I can just pull it out of the fridge when the kids say I'm hungry in between meals. I can just pull it out, hand it to them, and everything's ready to go. I'll link the one that I have down below, but one of y'all were telling me last week that you found them at Walmart, so y'all check there too. I got mine on Amazon, I think for like $12. Best $12 I've ever spent. It's like an on-the-go charcuterie board. My kids love it, and it's so easy to carry. It's got little handles on the top, but in there I like to put a mix of fruit. Tonight I'm just putting some apples and mandarins. I'm gonna add in some craisins. I'll do a mix of pretzels or crackers and some cheese cubes, and just for fun I'm gonna put in a few M&Ms. I don't like to do a lot of those because my kids will chow down on those and nothing else. Last room I needed to close up was the living room. Like I said, usually the younger kids are doing this while me and Kai get the kitchen, but just for filming purposes, I'm doing it solo tonight. But it usually consists of just picking things up off the floor, getting pillows back in place. It's kind of like my kitchen for me. This is where I come in the mornings. After I make my coffee, I will come and sit on the couch for a few minutes, and I enjoy it so much better if things are neat and tidy. And I usually just try to go over the rug with the vacuum really quick to pick up any crumbs from the day. Gonna get the trash taken out so we can start the next day with an empty can, and then I'm gonna make myself a cup of my Beam sleep drink. I did not sleep that well the night before. I tossed and turned, so to make sure I get some sleep tonight, I'm gonna have a cup of this before I hop into the shower. After about 30 minutes, I'm feeling it, so that gives me just enough time to shower and wind down before I hit the pillow. I am uploading again on Wednesday this week. It's gonna be some homemaking motivation with a fall porch refresh. I'm gonna also be doing a makeover on my front door, so y'all come back Wednesday. But thank y'all so much for watching my fall nighttime closing routine. Let me know if you do a closing routine. Remember to drop a butterfly in the comments before you go, and I'll see you in the next one.